Hello, my name is Rich Howard, owner of Architectural Builders Supply. In this video is to bring you a closer look at the IDH number 80360J heavy-duty spring screen door hinge with ball finials. Sold as a pair. When you buy one, you're getting a pair of these. That's what one looks like in the packaging. Screw packages are in the back. And here's what it looks like out of the packaging. This is the 003 finish, which means polished brass. This hinge is non-adjustable. Okay, there's no ability to adjust the tension on the spring that's on this hinge, but you're going to be able to experience success with this closing your standard style spring door hinge application. A typical screen door that's going to be in the 20-pound range, maybe 30 pounds, something in that sort of general range. You'll have success with this. Very nice quality finish on the product. Excellent presentation on the fit and finish of the product. This self-sealing bag here, a very heavy thickness on the bag itself, allows the hinge to arrive to you unmolested. The screw packages are in their own packages, so there is no metal touching other metal, which is crucial because not every hinge manufacturer does that. Sometimes you get screws in insufficient packaging that can rupture through that and then scratch or damage the all of the product that's in the packaging. IDH has utterly mastered that ability, even to the point where they've got a very small hole, punched through their bag so that they can allow air to be removed during the packaging process. And I'm just always very, very, very thrilled with the quality of the IDH presentation, their fit and finish, the quality of the finish on the product, and the only smudge that you see on there is just my fingerprints. Okay, that brass looks exceptional. All the way to the condition of the box when it arrives to you and the condition of the contents. The presentation of the hardware is, to them, I believe, just as important as the quality of the hardware itself. The quality is obvious and throughout the product line. This is the 80360 hinge. When you buy one, you're buying a pair of them, so keep that in mind. You'll get two. Dimensional properties. Let's go over that now. They have this at 3-inch high, indeed. Overall, with the ball tips or the ball finials, it's about 4 5/16, maybe 4 3/8. They have it at 2.5-inch wide, closer to 2 7/16. An overall projection to where the spring belly's out is about 1 inch. Up to the top where the ball finial rests, it's about 3/4 inch. One very interesting fact about these hinges, and just about the level of thought that goes into the product line, each hinge comes with 2 screw packages. Each hinge comes with 12 screws, is what I'm trying to say. They're not unintentionally sending you double screws. They've got a package of Phillips screws. They've got a package of slotted screws. Okay? Obviously, slotted screws are going to be meant when you are emulating something that was done in the very early part of the 20th century, is where you'll see slotted screws exclusively in hardware. And if you're doing period accurate restoration, you're going to need a slotted screw, is just the bottom line. So they're included in that package with your hinge. That is solid brass that has a polished finish and a lacquer on it. The screws are also solid brass. Okay? You'll have to be cautious when you're installing these, especially with those slotted screws. Make sure you've pre-drilled the holes accurately, and then make sure that you use a very properly fitting screwdriver in the screw so that there's no chance for you to strip that head of that screw. You really don't want to muck up the head of the screw after having such a nice hinge. And really where that comes into is that pre-drilled, properly sized pre-drilled hole. The size of a pre-drill should basically be the body size of the screw without the threads. You really want only the threads making contact with the wood. One the way I was taught to do it is you hold that drill bit up to the body of the screw, and you want it to be the same size. I suppose you could get in there with a caliper as well. The way that I go about pre-drilling holes for screws, for when I'm putting in brass screws, and if I pre-drill the hole and I start the screw and I immediately start to feel too much tension, I stop, I back that screw out, and I pre-drill it, one wire size or one fractional size larger, whatever I'm working on. Wire size are excellent because it gives you a very fine level of incremental detail to the increasing or decreasing size of your drill bits. Word to the wise, it's difficult to buy just screws if you strip one out. So when they go in right the first time, you're in good shape. This hinge is available in several different finishes, about 10. I'll go over them now. In the part number 003, that just simply means solid brass. They're all solid brass, so I'll skip saying that. Polished brass with a lacquer on it. You can do it. I'm looking at them on a screen here. 005 for antique brass. 008, that might be a copper finish. Let's take a look. They have an 008 finish. Bright copper. I bet that looks great. 008, bright copper. That would be the third finish. 014 for polished nickel. 015 for satin nickel. 019 for matte black. 026 for polished chrome. 08A is probably an antique copper. Copper does not run often. It is indeed antique copper. It's not a common finish, so I don't have that code easily memorized. 10B would be oil rub bronze, and then a 3NL. A 3NL is polished brass, solid brass, polished brass, but without the lacquer. Why would you want no lacquer? Well, the lacquer does give it a certain sort of reflective sheen that may not be what you want, or you simply might want that hinge finish to degrade intentionally. You might want to have an aging process initiated on your brass base hinge through the course of it being installed, whereas a lacquered hinge the intention is that the lacquer will seal the brass finish so as to prevent that. Okay. Now, the J in the part number simply means that it's from the J section of the catalog. There's a link below this video to the manufacturer's page where you can pull up not only all, there's a link below this video to the product page, which is in effect the J section of the catalog, that will allow you to review all of the hinges in that. The J section has hinges, whether it be their butt hinges, or ornamental hinges, specialty hinges like half-surface cabinet hinges, parliament hinges are in there. The ability to do decorative tips on some of those hinges as well. You've got a full surface spring hinge, and they can also do a half-surface adjustable tension ball tip hinge as well. Finally, there is a link below this video to the manufacturer's page where you can pull up not only all of the IDH products that we sell, but also a link to their website and the full product catalog as well. Now, I'm partial to IDH, and it's not only because, well, it's a confluence of things. Excellent value, superb quality in their fit and finish. Superb. I can't say that enough. I love their product because it shows up and it looks like every step of the manufacturing process, all the way from the sourcing of the material, all the way to the person who puts the final piece of tape on the box. Everything within that process is controlled, and it translates to a wow factor when the client gets the hardware. Value, fit and finish, excellent customer service, prompt, reliable shipping lead times as well. If you have any questions on the IDH, this is their part number 80360J in an 003 finish, or any other IDH product, please feel free to reach out to us. Thank you.